We welcome you back to Doyle Field in Leominster as the semifinals for the 2024 Patriots Flag Football Central Mass Playoffs continue to roll. And we now have the semifinal matchup for Fitchburg High School, the number 3 seed. They'll be taking on the 2 seed, Leominster 2. Not to be confused with Leominster 1. Because this is not an MIAA sanctioned sport, schools are allowed to enter multiple teams. And Leominster was the only team in Central Mass that opted to do so. They entered 2 teams. Their main team had a perfect record, 15-0, outscored their opposition 420-30. This is their B team, if you will, mostly made up of middle schoolers with a few high schoolers mixed in there, 2 freshmen and a sophomore, but everybody else in grades 6 through 8. And they were pretty impressive themselves this year with a record of 13-4, outscoring opponents 323-167. So the Leominster Flag Football program has been something that has long predated the Patriots Girls Flag Football League. Now it's in its 2nd season. And that pipeline and that enthusiasm, long in existence, has helped Leominster become one of the early powerhouses in this league and in this sport. The other semifinal, already in progress, features the number 1 seed, Leominster 1, taking on the number 4 seed, Ayer Shirley. Ayer Shirley was able to take down Greater Lowell in the 4-5 matchup. That was a matchup that was really close on paper. It could have gone either way, but Ayer Shirley will ensure that the top 4 teams from the regular season are the 4 that will be going to Gillette Stadium. But now we need to figure out who's going to be the champion here in Central Mass. On first down, handoff to Reynoso, goes to the left side, evades the grasp on the first pull. It takes the second pull from the Blue Devils to bring a stop to that run. Raiders will be in the crimson and white. They'll be running away from us here in the first half, while Leominster is in the black uniforms with blue numbers. They'll be coming at us. Shovel pass underneath to Reynoso. She makes the catch. And her flag pulled just short of the first down. These teams played twice in the regular season. In week 1, Leominster 2 won 12-0. The Raiders didn't have GNX's Santiago available for that game. And another shovel pass complete to Zaymaria Rodriguez, and that will be good enough for a first down. In the second game, 13-7 that was the score line there, with Leominster 2 coming away with the victory in that one. A little closer, but still the Blue Devils able to come away with it. Throw over the middle. Rodriguez is that one as well. Keeps a hold of it. Finally gets her flag taken down there. Ripped by Maria Reyes. Still more yardage gained by the Raiders. Look like they're about 6 yards from goal. Another pass to Reynoso quickly in there for a touchdown! He's going with the really quick passes and methodically making their way downfield. The Red Raiders have the first strike in this contest.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm sorry. I'll ask Toddy.
Raiders have the early lead. Now we'll see them go for the one. Quick bullet pass, trying to find Zaymaria Rodriguez. Not able to haul it in, but nevertheless, it's the first strike to the red and gray. They lead 6-0. Now we'll see Leominster's response. Leo Reyes, the quarterback for the Blue Devils, on first down. Quick throw is complete. Finds Yasmarina Perez. That's a 6th grader in Malia Reyes, finding an 8th grader in Yasmarina Perez. Again, the vast majority of the players on this roster playing in middle school. We actually got to talk with Devin Gates, the head coach of the Leominster Blue Devil football team. His daughter Daniela plays for the Blue Devils. She's a 6th grader, and she comes up with that catch right there. What wonderful timing there. And, Coach Gates was saying, what a dream it would be. The fact that you get to represent your school for 7 years. From 6th grader to senior. Reyes moving around, trying to find some space to throw. Eventually gets the pass off. Ava Connor was the intended receiver. That was knocked down. She felt there was some contact involved. Didn't like the end result of that. But our officials saw nothing wrong with it. 4th down, and Leominster chooses to punt. Ron Dunstable went forward on 4th down in their own half of the field twice and found limited success in doing so. So this early in the game, Leominster 2 will take the safe option. And they'll make the Raiders go the length of the field again. 1st down, shovel pass. Rodriguez has the catch. Just going straight up the middle into the teeth of the Blue Devils. And Christian Joyce had the pull there. Joyce may be what you could call the grizzled veteran. She's a sophomore. She's the one who has advanced the farthest in school on this team. 2nd down, throw left side. Reyes well open there. And that's going to be a catch and drop. Reyes wanted a drop and not a catch, but it's a catch and drop. And the Raiders will take advantage. There are no fumbles in flag football, so if the ball comes out of the hands, that ends the play. And they will say that possession was secured by Nellis Pena, and then the ball was dropped.
A flag?
And a flag comes out onto the field here.
Oh, unsportsman?
And yardage walked off against the Blue Devils, possibly for being a bit too cross at that last call. Raiders lead 6-0, a little over 5 minutes gone in the first half. The Blue Devils of Leominster 2 trying to beat the Raiders for the 3rd time this year. Fitchburg has not beaten Leominster at flag football, whether it be the 1 team or the 2 team. Throw to the left side was incomplete as they tried to go back to Nellis Pena. But she didn't even get herself turned around. May not have even known the ball was coming for her until it landed on the back of her legs. Miscommunication's a thing that happens sometimes. Here's 2nd down for the Red Raiders. 3 shots at the end zone when you're in the offensive half of the field. That throw nearly intercepted by Reyes. In and out of her hands. She knows she should have had that one. I mentioned in the first game, bit humid tonight. Can make it ever the more difficult to grasp that football. 3rd down for the Raiders. If the Raiders can't find the end zone on this play, Leominster 2 will have it at their own 5. Plenty of time for Santiago, taking all 7 seconds, throws to the left side, incomplete. Wanted Zyma Rodriguez. Not able to get her hands on, and even then, I think her flag surely would have been pulled before she could have gotten to the end zone. The ball placed on the 5-yard line. Leominster 2 will start their 2nd drive. Reyes going right, going left. Throws over the middle, but over the head of Caitlin Brewer. She's a freshman. Megan Dissett is the one other Blue Devil who is currently attending Leominster High School. Everybody else, as we noted, is in middle school for whatever school they may represent. 2nd down, Quick shovel, right side is caught. That's Daniela Gates with the catch. That's about 4 yards, I would say. Third down, still some distance to go. A lot of misdirection, but in the end, Reyes with the ball in her hands gets her flag pulled. The sack is recorded, and on fourth down, Leominster can only concede the ball back to the Red Raiders. We mentioned before the Red Raiders had the second best defense in this league this year, 127 points conceded across 16 games. Leominster did play 17, Leominster 2 did, but they gave up 40 more points. They've had a few games in which other teams' offenses have been able to get to them. Play action, then a throw over to Reynoso. That nearly avoiding it, took 2-3 Blue Devils to get the flag off of Reynoso's belt. Reyes finally grabbed it and threw it to the ground in frustration. The Raiders have been slippery, they've been elusive. That's earned them some momentum in this contest, past the halfway point in this first half. 18-minute halves, unofficial time on your screen. One rushing. Flag will be thrown. Gates had the rush, but considering how that was thrown, she may not have been legal. But in reality, it was the Raiders who were not legal. They'll walk off the 5 yards. Offensive penalty is an automatic loss of down, so now it's third down for the Red Raiders. Now a bit farther they need to go for a first down, about 12 yards, thrown over the middle for Pena. Spin move, trying to cut up the middle, but everybody's there. She'll be marked short of the line to gain. Needed to get to midfield for a first down. She's not quite there. Raiders thought about it for a few moments. 6 yards to gain, but they can't risk the idea of giving Leominster 2 a short field. They've got to make the Blue Devils earn their worth. They will punt on fourth down, and Leominster 2 will have it from their own 5. 11 minutes gone in the first half. Reyes at quarterback, throws to her left, catch is made. And there's some space gained. Good run there by Ava Connor. The Blue Devil faithful happy with that. Solid yardage gained on first down. Second down and about 7 to go for the Blue Devils, bunching up on this formation. Reyes with some time. Tipped up in the air 3-4 times, and it's in the hands of Santiago. I do wonder what the call is here. I did notice that Reyes had her flag pulled, and possibly before she got the ball off, too. Ultimately, it was that close, and really for Reyes, she would have rather taken the sack than the interception. Now Reynoso on first down. And the Raiders flipping the field with the turnover. And gaining some yardage on first down. Trying to strike while the iron is hot. Second down coming. One receiver split out either way. And one close to Rodriguez. It'll be a dump off to Rodriguez. A collision happens and she'll fall to the ground. Her flag taken as well. But another solid chunk of yardage gained. Looks like about 6 yards to gain for a first. It's pretty close. Where they spot it does matter. think they've spotted it in such a way that they can run with it. And they'll give Santiago the option to run, as the initial snap went to Rivera, then gave to Santiago so she could run with it, as she was not the one who initially took the snap. And she got close to the line. Not quite in there. Brings up third down for the Raiders. This time they're definitely inside 5 yards to score. So it's got to be a pass to find the end zone for the second time tonight. Santiago throws left side, batted down and incomplete. Ava Connor with the breakup. Couple Raiders, a couple options there, but Connor came right in there and punched that ball to the ground. A big stop for Leominster 2. First down thrown to our near side, to their right side. Catch was made by Yasmelina Perez. Raiders leading 6-0 late stages of the first half. Another throw over the middle. Perez has the catch, but a whole lot of nowhere to go. Two short completions for Leominster 2. Third down and a decent amount of distance to go. One thing I've noticed is that they're using the entire length of the football field in regulation, so the field 10 yards longer than you might normally expect in a 50-yard game. That throw out of the reach of Perez that time. Tried to go to her for the third straight time on the drive, that time not finding the success. Blue Devils will punt again. Red Raiders will have the ball back in the closing stages of the first half, holding on to a 6-0 lead. Quick throw right side, Reynoso with the catch. And solid yardage gained on first down. Second down coming. Two receivers split out well to the right for the Raiders this time. Faking the handoff, throwing to Reynoso, makes the catch on the spin, out to the left side, just past the pylon, indicating the 5 yards from the marker of midfield. I believe the Raiders are going to be compelled to pass here on third down. As a reminder, teams cannot run a running play if they're 5 yards from midfield or 5 yards from the end zone. For the purposes of needing to earn the first down, looks like Reynoso will take the snap to give Santiago the opportunity to run if she must. And she is going to run now. She'll go to the left side. She was just outside the no-run zone, so obviously they were allowed to run. The parallax effect can do a number on you. I thought they were in the no-run zone, but obviously those in the striped shirts did confirm to the Raiders they were outside of the no-run zone and thus could run. This field 25 yards wide. Throw to the left side on first down. Reynoso again. She avoided the second grasp. It took the third grasp for her flag to fall. Good amount of yards after the initial catch there. You'll notice the Raiders roll the ball a little bit to the right because they often do put the ball down on one of the lines, but you want to put it in the middle of the field. It can't go on a line because 25 divided into 5 equal halves means that you can't get... the words are escaping me. That throw was incomplete. The point is, you can't actually put the ball on just a line when you have a field like this. So the Raiders keep rolling the ball to the right to actually put it more in line with where it should be. Here's third down, nobody rushing Santiago, so she'll have the time. She throws the back of the end zone for Pena. She's got her! Touchdown, Red Raiders! Pena had a touchdown catch in the first game. She's got one in this game. And the Raiders lead 12-0. Their first multi-score lead on Leominster this season. The Raiders will go for the one-point conversion. Santiago to take the snap. Goes with the standard play. They'll come down to where the official saw it. Looks like Rodriguez did not get into the end zone before her flag fell. That'll keep it at 12-0 late in this first half. See, on that last play, the Red Raiders had all the time, just the 7 seconds that you get to dispose of the football. As Leominster committed to the pass defense. We've reached the interval here in the semifinals of the Central Mass Girls Flag Football Playoffs. 12-0, Fitchburg leads at the break. Fitchburg playing Leominster 2. Meanwhile, to our left, Leominster 1 playing Ayer Shirley. These 4 teams will be at Gillette Stadium a week from tomorrow. Playing in the state playoffs. Yep. Now for the Raider. Now the winner of this game will play for the championship, while the loser of this game will play a third place game. And that third place game does matter because it means getting a slightly more favorable matchup. The team who loses the third place game must play the defending runner-up in St. Mary's of Lynn, who are undefeated this season in the quarterfinals. Leominster 2 now going away from us, up the field, while the Red Raiders will be coming at us. Second down, a lot of pressure, throw left side incomplete, wanted Perez, but thoroughly rushed. Whereas the loser of the third place game would get, on paper, a slightly more favorable matchup with Winthrop instead. That one swatted down and rejected by Santiago. You'll see me say the name of Giannexa Santiago quite a lot. She's been one of the best players in Central Mass all season long. A dominant player on both sides of the ball, and a 3-and-out for the Blue Devils. Raiders will have the ball back. St. Mary's was undefeated in Eastern Mass. Winthrop 14-2. Whoever gets sentenced to the third place game will have to play one of those 2 teams at Gillette. Meanwhile, for the teams playing in the championship game, they could draw Peabody or they could draw Pentucket. Pentucket being the sort of Cinderella story, the number 5 seed who pulled off an upset, knocking out the Salem Witches in order to earn themselves a trip to Gillette. Jean-Marie Rodriguez gets the catch there on first down for the Red Raiders, who are now coming at us. Raiders were held to just 7 points against Leominster 2 in the 2 meetings this season. They've already scored 12 in this contest. Throw over to Jean-Marie Rodriguez, makes the catch, puts on a couple of moves. It stopped about 8 yards short of midfield. Since they're using from the sideline to sideline 160 yards, you can't really say midfield's the 25-yard line. In fact, midfield isn't even a number that evenly divides by 3, so you can't say it's any yard line, really. Third and about 8. Silva looks to take the snap. To Santiago, gives it back to Silva. Goes to the left, tries to cut back right. But her flag yanked by Ava Connor. It is 4th down. Raiders with a 2-score lead. For a couple of yards to gain, they're going to have a go. Try to keep the ball, get it to Jean-Marie, and she's able to get what she needs. Jean-Marie Rodriguez has got the first down. When you're on your own half of the field, you can go for it on 4th down. And with only about 2 yards to gain on 4th, Anthony Aquendo felt it was time to have a go. The Raiders have a couple of plays. That dump-off pass right off the snap has worked well on their conversions. See the discombobulation. They go with another short pass. Jean-Marie Rodriguez has the catch again. Coming up a lot on this drive. Second down coming for the Red Raiders. 4.5 minutes gone in this semifinal. Raiders looking to get to the Central Mass Championship. That throw to Pena is caught! And she gets it in the end zone! Touchdown, Red Raiders! And Alice Pena with her second touchdown catch of the game. 18-0, the Raiders lead. Big catch right there, just slotting that ball right where it needed to be. On the conversion, it's the short pass to Rodriguez. Jean-Marie is able to get in there for the conversion. And the Raiders are rolling. 19-0. Big hole for Leominster 2. They may have thought they may have dodged a bullet when Springfield International got knocked out in the preliminary round. And it meant they didn't need to deal with them. And they were able to handle their business against Collegiate Charter of Lowell, but now they're getting a far more difficult matchup than they thought they were going to have to deal with. First down throw to the right side. Malia Reyes not able to find Yasmelina Perez. Well out of her reach. Comes second down for the Blue Devils. They've struggled to make consistent progress downfield. They'll put Gates in motion to the right. Reyes, just as her flag got pulled by Jax, able to get that pass off incomplete. Only to see Perez get both of our flags taken. Third down coming for the Blue Devils. And Coach Richie Spinelli may have to seriously consider going forward on 4th. if they can't get the first down here. No provisions for an onside kick. So the Blue Devils need some scores and they need some stops. Pass to Gates is complete. She cuts to the middle of the field. Her flag gets taken, but not quite close enough for a first down. Needing to get to midfield. The Blue Devils know they've got to keep their offense on the field here. Fourth down, about 7 to go. They've got to get a first down here. Reyes with a pump. Throws to her right, stepping back. And tipped it incomplete. Only one who got their hands on it was Gabriana Samos for the Red Raiders. And the Raider defense holds strong again. That's a turnover on downs. And the Raiders will now get the ball in Blue Devil territory. Leominster 2 has been a very, very solid team this season. They've won their last 3 games going into the playoffs. Did lose to Ayr Shirley back on the 23rd, 13-0. Also dropped one to Grand Dunstable. They only had to play Leominster 1 once, which they lost 19-0. They did lose to a couple of those strong teams in the league this year, but they didn't lose to Fitchburg. But that could change. I will note Ayr Shirley just scored in the other semifinal. Shamari Rodriguez unable to make the catch. The pressure there from Perez and Christian Joyce. Now third down coming for the Raiders. Just because they started this drive in opposition territory doesn't mean they get that extra down. They still get just the 3 downs to score. Jean-Marie Rodriguez ready to snap it to Santiago. Giannexis throws down the middle. Incomplete, however, of note, Silva did have her flag pulled before she made the catch. Doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because she didn't make the catch in the end. Wasn't otherwise pressured. Fourth down results in the ball spotted back at the Leominster 2 5-yard line. Time continues to tick and probably only about 8 minutes to work with for the Blue Devils. First down, throw to the right side, complete to Caitlin Brewer. She gets about a solid 12 yards downfield before her flag is yanked. About 7 yards to go for a first down. Malia Reyes swing out to the right side. Yasmelina Perez with the catch, and she's got a first down. Perez, the 8th grader, able to make that catch. She's been a favored target of Reyes tonight. But Leominster knows they don't have much time to waste. They trail by 3 scores. Reyes will throw downfield off the fingertips of Brewer and incomplete. Yeah, and she knows she had 6 in her hands, but couldn't come down with the catch. Second down for the Blue Devils. Desperate search for score, trailing 19-0. Throw to the left side, caught by Gates, but her flag immediately snared by MJ Cabrera. Not much to be done there. Third down for Leominster 2, and they must find the end zone. Could very well be the ball game there. The throw made, the catch made by Brewer, but she's well short of the end zone. That's going to give the ball back to the Red Raiders. A very encouraging drive for Leominster 2, but again, no points to show for it. And the Red Raiders have it back. Unofficially 6.5 minutes to go in this game as Silva gets it on first down. Cuts up the middle, tries to cut back to the right, has her flag yanked. Coverage there for Megan Dissette and Alani Martinez. Second down for the Raiders, and you know they're going to take plenty of time, run the clock a little bit. We'll throw back to Cabrera. Excuse me, that's Milagros Rivera, who had that one there, playing the role of the center. Milagros Rivera, an 8th grader for the Red Raiders. The only player on this team who is not going to Fitchburg High School right now. Everybody else a high schooler on the Raider roster. And Rivera will make the catch there. She steps back towards midfield. Didn't quite get to the line, though. About a yard or two short. Raiders went for it on 4th down earlier in the contest and got it, and this time with only about a yard to gain. The goal is to keep control of the football. So the Raiders lineup will look like they'll go for it. A snap goes over the head, though, of Gianexa Santiago, and it becomes a dead ball once it hits the ground. So that will be no conversion this time. And as it turns out, there's the whistle for full time. This game has come to an end, and the Raiders have won by a score of 19-0. And the Red Raiders are going to play for the Central Mass Championship. Might have been one of the best performances of the season for the Raiders. They were in total control of that contest, would not give Leominster the end zone, would not give them the space to work with, and they weren't able to make their way downfield. The defense strong yet again. The Raiders gave up a touchdown thus far in their Central Mass playoffs in the first possession to Grand Dunstable and have not conceded since. That's 39 points in a row for the Red Raiders, and they will go to the Central Mass Championship game. I would tell you who they're going to play next, however, as strange as it sounds, the first game started, the game between Ayer Shirley and Leominster 1 started before us and are going to finish after us. And the fact of the matter is, I have no idea what the score is in the other semifinal between Leominster 1 and Ayer Shirley. It's possible they may have called for handshakes because the lead was clearly insurmountable at that point. There was just not going to be enough time for Leominster 2 to score 3 times and stop Fitchburg twice. It does give us a question of what do we do now as we wait for the next game. Fitchburg will play in the championship game for the Central Mass title, but they don't know who their opponent is yet. So this will be just as good of a time to take a little bit of a breather here. When we come back, we'll have the championship game. It's the Fitchburg Red Raiders and another team for the Central Mass title. Who will be supreme in Central Mass? Find out next.